Hi, Fashion Dolls. It is Motivation Monday, December 4th, and welcome to an all new episode of Style by Stevie. I'm a lady in red today. I decided to do red because it is my favorite time of the year. You guys know that December is Christmas month, so all month long, 12 days of Miss Stevie's Christmas. I'm super excited for today's special guest. Now, we did our first interview this year in 2023. He's back for his second appearance. He's been working on some projects, and I'm super excited to have him here in the dollhouse with me, Fashion Dolls. I'm super excited. And make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST. Of course, tete-a-tete Tuesday. So make sure you guys tune in for that. But let me go ahead and share this live with Amiri so that we can get right into what he's been up to. Now, he is an actor and mixologist, and I'm super excited to have him here in the dollhouse with us, Fashion Dolls. So let's do a brief weekend recap. I am super excited because I've had so many things planning for the Christmas holidays, and you guys know that this is my favorite time of the year, hence why I'm wearing red. I wanted to do something as an homage to Christmas, and all throughout the 12 days of Miss Stevie's Christmas, we have so many amazing guests leading up to season 18. Season 18 premieres January 2nd, 2024. Set your calendars. We have some amazing guests that will be coming on for the new season, and I'm super excited to see you guys' reactions to everything. There's going to be a whole new look. The backdrop will not be the same. We're going to do a few things differently going into the new year of 2024. All right? Hey, now's the time. How are you? How are you? It's been a minute, and I hope all is well. What else has happened? Beyonce's Renaissance film is doing amazing in the box office. I want to go and see it. I'm hearing mad reviews, and she dropped a new single along with the film called My House. So if you guys haven't heard it, please go and check it out. All right, so without further ado, Fashion Dolls, let's welcome our very talented, handsome special guest for his second interview here in the Dollhouse. Ladies and gentlemen, Amiri Thompson. Apple Bonnet Chronicles. Hello. Hi, stranger.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It is such a pleasure to have you back.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yes. So before we get into this interview, how has things been since we last spoke? Because we did our interview this year,
Right.
and the year is halfway out,
Yeah,
going into the year of 2024.
yeah. Things have been it's been a roller coaster ride, but it's been a blessing. Last time we spoke, we were talking about the films I had worked on with Miss Erlina and everything like that. Moving forward, during that time and moving forward, I started working on a project of my own that I wrote, directed, and produced called Bunny and Clive. It's a very interesting. Um, like it's an action crime drama, and it's about like a struggling reporter who ends up being kidnapped by a crime duo, Bunny and Clive, kind of like a Queen and Slim type of vibe. And he's trying to tell their story as to why they're doing what they're doing and everything. So we're still waiting on. I just heard, like literally before I got on here, I just got an email from the distribution company. So I'm thinking they're planning on maybe dropping that in the second quarter of next year in 2024. So probably I'm thinking springtime will probably it'll hit. So look out for that one. And then I ended up working with the guys I always work with BR Films under a film called Three Secrets as just one of the lead actors in it. It's a really interesting like drama. It's kind of like a psychological drama, thriller, everything like that. It's really good. I don't want to go too much details and spoil on that one, but it's really good. There's a lot of like, I mean, it's called Three Secrets, so you already there's gonna be some like some switch ups, some things you're gonna think is gonna happen, and it's gonna switch back and everything. And as it got closer to the end of this year, I just got them interested in doing another Christmas film because the first one we did, it came out last year, the Christmas Spirit.
Christmas spirit. Yes.
Yeah. Everyone loved that one, so I pitched them out a new one. I believe the title. I mean, they haven't said nothing wrong with it yet. I'm gonna call it a Holiday for Harmony, and it's gonna be an interesting story about this little girl who gets under the guardianship of her uncle. because her mother, his sister, unexpectedly passed away, and he's trying to like rebuild his own life, but in the same process, trying to help this girl cope with what she's dealing with because they both lost somebody, you know. But
Yeah.
so that's kind of what I'm in the works with right now with them. Hopefully, I want to shoot it in the next 2 weeks, but I got to see if I can get everything together and within the last minute and everything to end out this year. But other than that, that's just how this year's been so far. Yeah.
They've been working on so many projects. You have at least 3 projects that are going to be coming out in the new year. How do you feel about them coming out in the new year?
It's a blessing. It truly is a blessing, and I sometimes have to like the saying, you know, stop and smell the roses and everything. I tend to always be like, well, what's next? I need to like, what's next? Because I know in this, and you know this, like this industry, you got to keep the momentum going because if I was to stop doing anything for the next 6 months, then it's like I'm backtracking and it'd be a lot more work to try to be more relevant and stuff. So I'm always trying to like collab with people, always trying to like network, push myself out there, and you know, keep going. So like it's a blessing. I'm thankful for those projects. You know, shout out to even like even smaller roles I've gotten to, like from with Nakia Hamilton under the Beehive. That's coming out, or yeah, I believe that's coming out or should be coming out very soon. And there's another movie that I did with Jamichael. It's called Behind Enemy Lines with Nelson J. Davis. So me and him are starring in that. I'm trying to see when they're going to drop that out because I thought that was kind of good because I like working with that man. He's a very talented guy, and and he's also in. I got him in Bunny and Clyde, so he plays the boss, if you want to say, like the boss of the reporter and everything, and he did it so well. And that's really what my goal for 2024 is. I just want to collab and work with more creatives, and I'd love to work on, like, I'm realistic in a sense, but if I could work on a big project every other month, I think I've succeeded. So that would be like maybe at least 6 projects next year, excuse me.
Yes, and of course, you know, you've got the Christmas film out, The Christmas Spirit, which was shot back in 2022, and you worked with Joshua T. Shipman, who I've had on the show. Also, you mentioned Nelson. I've had Nelson on 3 times on the show.
Oh,
So, what was it like working with? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I was like, well, he got 3, I got 2. I'm gonna catch up to him.
Yes. What was it like working with Joshua in this project?
Josh and the Christmas Spirit.
Yes.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I've known Josh for a good while, and Josh blessed me with being a part of my first project. Take Me to Amazing. It's the first thing I ever, and you can watch that on Tubi, Amazon. It's out. It's been out for a while, but we shot that in 2021, and well, actually, we shot it in 2020. It came out in 2021, and he's just so talented. And he is what I say, like when I talked about staying consistent and working and constantly
Yeah.
working. He's always a next post, booked, and I'm proud of that man, you know. And he works so hard at his craft, and he's very talented. But when I asked him to come on the Christmas Spirit, I knew no one could play this angel better than he could. You know, he has a very wholesome, you know, spirit of himself anyway, and it just seemed right at home for him to play this role. And I couldn't see nobody else playing that role. Like when I wrote that character, I already knew it was for him anyway. So then, like a lot of the times when it comes to those lead characters, when I'm writing, I kind of already have somebody in mind, and I'll go talk to them first just to see their thoughts on it. And most of the time, everybody's like, yeah, go ahead. Like if it's for me, go ahead, yeah. So then I think about them. I think about like their personal selves, you know, how that can blend together because they're becoming this character anyway. But I also want it to be something that they can own, you know. So there's things he did throughout that film that I never would have thought of that really brought the character to life and everything. So I'm very blessed, and I always look forward to working with him. I'm still trying to do a Take Me to Amazing 2. Of course, he'll be in it, you know, because he was in the first one. And I look forward to working with him again in some future projects as well. Absolutely.
Now, future projects, what else are you manifesting for the year of 2024? Because this year shot by so fast. Like 2023, like you said, it's been an emotional roller coaster up and down. But what are you looking forward to for the new year of 2024?
So I know, so Dope Boy Magic dropped out this year that I worked with BR Films, and that's been getting a lot of reviews, very high praise and stuff. So I know the guys who've been working on that I worked with, they're looking at a part 2 on that. So they're working on part two, but they're also wanting to do. They pitched a series that can lead into the part two. So it's going to be a Dope Boy Magic series of like 8 episodes. I think they want to shoot it over the summer. So I know that's going to be a big thing we got coming up. I have personally, like I said, the Christmas film that's I'm trying to film right now. I have another film that they kind of gave me a green light on, finishing the script up on, called The Lineup, and it's kind of like a, not boomerang per se, but definitely in the vibes of, this guy who is a, he's a club promoter, social media influencer. He's big out there, and like he's got a lot of lady friends and stuff like that. But tables turn, and he gets his little spin, and his rightfully so, because you don't do that to people. But I got that one that they were interested in. And I have another one I haven't really talked to them about, and I've rarely talked to too many people, but I'll tell you about it. It's called Mr. Goodnight. And Mr. Goodnight, I want to do a very interesting take on a modern day. Now, everybody does this all the time, but I like the way I'm looking at it, because I found this location. And the only way it's going to work is because of this location. It's in Tennessee, but it's a modern day vampire film, but it's gonna have some twist in it about this guy named DeMonte Goodnight. And I can't say too much because I feel like I'll spoil the whole thing, but it's gonna be called Mr. Goodnight. And I'd like to shoot it in the spring. So if I can get the green light on it, that's something I definitely would do. But as far as beginning of the year to at least the summertime, I kind of know what I'm doing as far as the goals I got. I don't want to overdo my plate because I can get overwhelmed with a lot of names and projects that I like to do, but I have to do things one at a time, because I know I can get overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden I ain't doing nothing. So I'm just focusing on, what's at hand right now, that Christmas film, and then, the Dope Boy Magic series, the lineup. And then after all of that's done, then I can like dive into Mr. Goodnight.
Now, you said you don't want to be overwhelmed, but you've been working on these projects. Some of these projects that you have coming out for the new year are already complete. How do you find that balance? Because you're also a dad too, and Christmas, this is the holiday. When I was introducing you, I said, this is Christmas month right here.
Yeah.
So have you started your Christmas shopping? How do you find that balance with everything?
So that was another reason why. So I wanted to hurry up and shoot this Christmas film because, me and my son's mother, we're not together, but we split time with him and everything. But she's leaving out of the state and stuff, so I'm actually gonna have him from like the 22nd for like 2 weeks, 2+ weeks. So it's great time, and everything. So I wanted to like knock out as much as I can before that, because when he's with me, that's it. Like everybody like understands it. Like I don't be answering phone calls, text. I might text back like I'm with my sons. Sorry, I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? Like my time with him is more important than any of this. And as much as I love film, I think recently I thought was very inspiring to me, that made me feel good, was it was LeBron James recently had said, his son just got cleared to play basketball at USC, and he said, I don't Lakers are playing the same day as the RB. He's like, but I'm sorry, guys. He was like, I'm going to my son's first game. And then, everybody's like, oh, and he was just kind of like, nah, family over everything. And that's how I feel, because that's all I have. My son, like, my parents aren't alive. He's all I got. Like, I'm never going to, like, turn away from a moment with my son. And even with films, I love films, but, I will turn down roles if it means it's going to interfere with what I have with my son. So I have some stuff planned for him. Like, we're going to go do a bunch of stuff, like take them out to some like winter wonderlands. I want to like go to the mountains at one point with my friends and their kids. They're all friends and stuff. And, just have a good time. We actually went shopping the other day to get like decorations and stuff in this tree. He wanted a little tree in the room. So I got him a tree in the room. And while we were out there, we went by the toy station. I was like, well, what do you want? I wanted to go ahead and get this done now. So by next week, well, I guess this week now, if you look at it, like later on this week, I'm gonna go ahead and just buy it. I've never shopped early, but I figure if I do it now, I don't have to deal with all that craziness later. And then I don't want him around while I'm doing that, So definitely, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot, but like I'm rolling with the punches as far as trying to balance it and be there for him, as well as be there for myself when I need a time to, take a moment to breathe and be like, all right, Amir, what we doing? Like, what's next? What we doing? What we got to handle and stuff. So it's working so far, but I'm doing my best.
I had the same conversation with Kevin J. Stone right after, I think, Thanksgiving break, after, Thanksgiving and everything. We talked about shopping early and making sure that you catch the deals and the sales. and
Right.
avoiding the crowd. So I totally don't blame you for that, 100%.
That,
Now, are you a good gift wrapper? Because that's the thing. The people are very specific about how they like their gifts. Some people take them in gift bags. Some people like them wrapped.
right. I'm not bad, but I ain't gonna sit here and say I'm the best. But I know I can wrap it decently enough. I just don't ever know how much wrapping paper is in the wrapping paper because I go out and buy some cheap wrapping paper and I don't realize that I only got 3 feet of wrapping paper and I'm like, oh, this box is too big, So I'm working on that. So this year I know I'm gonna buy like the bigger ones. I don't care about that. But I mean I'm decent. I'm really good, but I know that boy don't care about that. He's just ready to rip it open anyway. I'm sitting here admiring the fact that I wrapped this really good, and he just done ripped it up in half, and everything. But I'm decent. I'm decent.
All right, fashion dolls. We're going to get into some holiday questions with our very special guest here, Amiri Thompson. In winter, this or that, or our version of this or that, which is etc. So I'm going to ask him some questions, and he has to tell me which one he prefer. And you guys in the audience at home can chime in as well too. All right. Build a snowman or have a snowball fight. Which would you prefer?
Oh man, snowball fight.
That's fun. All right. Hot cocoa or hot cider?
Hot cocoa.
Peppermint or gingerbread?
If I was a kid, I probably would have went with the peppermint, man. But I'm on gingerbread.
Now, this one's a little controversial right here. Hot cocoa with cream or hot cocoa with marshmallows?
Marshmallows. Marshmallows.
There's always been a debate on that one. We're still in comfort food. We're like in winter mode. Bowl of soup or bowl of chili?
Oh man. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I've had some really good chili, so I'm gonna go with a bowl of chili. Definitely. I love soup. I really do love soup, but man, nothing beats a bowl of chili.
Turkey or ham?
Holiday ham. Holiday ham. I leave the turkey for Thanksgiving, man. Ham on Christmas.
All right, we just talked about it. Gift wrapping or gift bag?
Um, you know what? I'm kind of like go on both teeter on both sides because certain things kind of do deserve to be in a bag and you just put the stuff and stuff in it and everything. But I mainly always gift wrap, so I will say I gift wrap.
And it's just like you said, when people unwrap it, you put all of your hard work and
I
craftsmanship
know.
into it,
I can
and then they
save the bag. I can save the bag, so
ooh, this is a tough one. We're talking holiday films. Home Alone or Santa Claus?
Oh man. Um, you know what? God, because I love Santa Claus, and recently my man just got his star. Macaulay Culkin just got his star,
Yeah.
and I'm very proud. Like his story is from a child, like I mean, my childhood. So he's a few years older than me, but this is like when you affected a whole generation's childhood, and then you grow up and deal with being a child star and the comeback, coming back the way he did from being on drugs and everything like that, and now full circle, he's got a family. He deserves that star, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Home Alone that's a timeless movie. That like I don't know what they've been doing with it. I didn't even realize until I went on the streaming the other night. They had all these like Home Alone 4 and 5, and I was like, this is not Home Alone. If it ain't 1 and 2, I don't want to see it. like that's how I feel. So definitely Home Alone.
Real trees or fake trees?
I just had this talk with a friend the other day too. Real trees are great because they make the house smell good. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like carrying that thing out. I get fake trees. I'm fake trees all day.
And
I
the
grew up.
pine needles. Not
Yeah,
only that, but the pine needles.
pine needles, the water in the man. We had a puppy back when I was with my son's mother back then. She brought a puppy. The dog all in there drinking it. Not supposed to drink it because it's bad
Oh
for him.
no.
It's just too much work. And then of course everybody looking at me to carry the tree out. So it's just a lot of work. Whereas we could just fold this up, put it back in the box, put it in the closet. Next year, pull it back out. It ain't got to go nowhere, everything like that. But I do understand why people like real trees. I just personally, I grew up on fake trees. My mama was always big. That was something we did. We would pull it out. We'd work on it together. Me and my son did the same thing. Put the lights on, the ornaments, the star on top.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. Like you said, the pine needles. I ain't got enough vacuums for that.
All right. Now, matching decorations or mix and match?
um, I like to match to an extent, but then I'm like, because when I was a kid, you know, you make your own little ornaments and stuff like that. I'm very open with the mix and match when it comes from that. So like me and my son, when he comes next weekend or this weekend, we're gonna make some decorations to add on to the tree that'll make it more personally our own. But I do love a good matching thing, you know what I'm saying? But when you add those other things like that, that's where I feel like it becomes your own, you know.
Ice skating or sledding?
Sledding. Yeah, I'm falling at ice.
All right. DIY gifts or DIY decoration?
um DIY decorations. I mean, do-it-yourself gifts are always nice and everything. And because there's always, like you say, the thought that counts and everything. I think the decorations are a little more of appeal because every year you can pull those back out and hang them up. Whereas I'm not gonna say people dismiss gifts over time, but I mean 5 years from now, you know, a handprint that he made that I can hang on the tree would be there. But if it was something I made that maybe wasn't meant to last that long, might not be around, you know. So I say DIY decoration.
Yes, and it lasts a lifetime. People can go right back and look over it. It's just the memories of
Right.
decorating and putting it on the Christmas tree.
Absolutely.
All right, now we're gonna get into a few would you rather questions. I'm gonna take some questions from the audience, and then we're gonna see what else Amiri has in store for 2024. You guys know that my 18th season begins January 2nd, 2024, and we have some amazing guests. We have been going all throughout the week with these interviews, and thank you guys so much for your support. Now, let's get right into it. Would you rather spend the holidays with your family or three celebrities? And you have to choose which three celebrities would you spend the holidays with.
Oh man. Um, as weird as you know, most of the time people were like, it was just off gay shit family. Like I said, like my son is all my family I have, and like I said, I always pick him over anything. So that will be the answer, but I kind of want to I want to tell you what three celebrities I would spend the holidays with. So if I could choose to be during the holiday, oh, man, that's weird too because I'm thinking about they got families too. I guess if I had to pick some celebrities to hang around with during the holidays, I would pick I'd pick Drake. I would pick Drake. I would pick now. It doesn't mean are they all together or are they good to spend separate times with them? Because I feel like they probably wouldn't hang out with each other. But I would pick Drake. I would pick Denzel Washington, and then I would pick oh man, I don't want to say the wrong name. As random as crazy as I would actually like to I would like to probably matter of fact, let me scratch that. Scratch that. I hate to say that I would scratch that. I would rather spend it with Denzel, Denzel, um, Morgan Freeman, and
Ooh,
Dave Chappelle. Those three. If I could have them three, Denzel, Morgan Freeman, Dave Chappelle, because those are clearly three iconic men, black men who I could learn an immense ton of information from. Granted, I could learn something from Drake as far as industry music and stuff like that, but I feel like we'd probably be doing more fun stuff. Whereas I feel like, I mean, I want to have fun, but I feel like the conversations, just sitting down, having hot cocoa and the fire in front of them three, you can't beat that. And it'd be funny too, because you got Dave there too, so it's like it's gonna be good times.
would you rather get to invent a holiday on whatever day you want to, or have a holiday fall on your birthday? Which would you prefer?
My birthday is a holiday. I always say that anyway. No, it's not a holiday, but January 20th is inauguration day. So it was kind of funny back in 2000, what was it, 2000? 2008. I mean, yeah, 2008. I got a black president for my birthday. You know, like, you know, so I looked at some
Yeah.
stuff like that, you know, and so I would probably want the holiday to be on my birthday, because then that means everybody would be off and ain't nobody working, and then that means they come hang out because it's already cold anyway. So it's like I already have to deal with trying to get people to hang out with me when it's cold out. So if it's a holiday, yeah, come on, land on my birthday.
Now, would you rather relive a past winter holiday again or get to travel to a future winter holiday?
Um, I never like regret what's happened. To relive something again, I mean, would be it'd be humbling, you know, and heartfelt. But I'm constantly I've learned to live myself in the now more than anything, the present. And, you know, as far as the future goes, then yeah, I would probably pick that. There's places I would love to be at during the holidays with me and my son and friends and stuff like that. Um, Definitely want to spend a holiday somewhere in the mountains or something like that, like where it's just like snow covered cabin. Like I just, because we're not used to that. My son just yesterday was just saying like, you know, we don't see snow like that because we really don't, you know. So it's just like I want to try to take him out to the mountains while he's with me, because it's just like it'd be a nice thing to do. So I guess I'm speaking this into this future in the next few weeks of being out there where we're in a cabin or something, and not necessarily spending Christmas Day there, but if not before or right after it and everything, because it's probably cheaper
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
And spend a couple days there and everything, and just let him enjoy like the snow and just that atmosphere, you know, that's different from what he's normally used to.
Yes. Break your tradition, start a new tradition, and create your own.
Yeah.
And speaking of traditions, the next would you rather question, Fashion Dolls, is would you rather get the best gift you ever received again or get a new gift, but you have no idea if it will be good or bad? Now, I've received some bad gifts in my day, and I've just had to put on a smile and be like,
Yeah.
thank
Like, oh,
you.
thank you. You said the first was the best gift I've always wanted. Is that what you said, or?
The best gifts you've ever received. Again, or get a new gift, but you had no idea that it would be good or bad.
Oh man, I'm down for the risk, man. I would go for the new gift. I mean, you know, if it's bad, it's bad. I mean, you know, you got to roll. I mean, I've had bad gifts. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what's one more new bad gift gonna do for me than getting something I've already had anyway? So I would probably go with the randomness and just hopefully roll the dice and hope it is a really good gift or something that I could benefit from or be useful for.
Right. But and then the thing is when it comes to gift giving, like you never know what the person is going to get you. You
Right.
open it unexpectedly, and again, you have to put on that smile, like "Thank you." I've always wanted it. Oh my God!
Let me
Like
go put this
you
over
have
here.
to.
Go put this over here real quick.
Yes.
Thank you.
The last one, Fashion Dolls, and we've kind of got into debate on this last season. How do you guys feel about gift cards? How do you feel about gift cards?
I feel like they're they're very meaningful. Okay, so if you're one of the people who like maybe you got like a office of people you work with or something like that, I think
Yeah.
that's very appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like I ain't got time to know what Steve, Allen, and Tracy all want. I'm gonna get all y'all like $30 gift cards to, you know what, I think with office work, maybe like just $30 like or 50, you know, well, not that much, like $30 gift card to like a Visa gift card so they can spend it on whatever they want. If it's somebody you do know specifically, like you do know them pretty well, if you're gonna get them a gift card, please give them something that you know that's them about. If this girl is all about Starbucks, then get her a Starbucks gift card. If this guy loves electronics, get him a Best Buy gift card. You know what I'm saying? If someone you know likes to order all the time, get him an Amazon gift card. But I don't, you know, I just want just more thought into it. I think they're fine. I think gift cards are great. I love gift cards too, you know, because it kind of like gives you the option of like, if you give me a $50 gift card, I could spend that on gas because I probably needed it, or I could go get a couple groceries, or I could do whatever with it. I mean, it's $50. You know what I'm saying? You just basically handed me $50 without necessarily handing me a $50 bill. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're appropriate. I don't think it's rude as long as there's a little thought into it, you know, and everything. And I mean,
Yeah.
if there isn't that much thought into it. Like I said, you just buying them for like the office or whatever, $20 gift cards for everybody. You still thought about giving everybody $20 to give, you know, $20 a piece. So I think they're good.
Now, my brother K Tukes, shout outs to K Tukes. The K Tukes spot, make sure you guys go and check out his platform. He says, I love gift cards because they come in handy for many reasons. Right. And you don't know what the person could want.
Right.
Like, I give you an example. My brother loves sneakers. And I
Uh,
think a lot of men, a lot of guys like sneakers. I would get him a gift card to Foot Locker because I would go and I would pick out something and it might not be his style,
all right. Yeah.
and then he's just like, okay, thank you, this is, and you know, he like me, that smile. So
Right.
so I would get him a gift card to Foot Locker or something. Or if
Yeah.
you are a makeup girl like I am, I love makeup. The thing is, when it comes to picking out fellas, I'm telling you now, because I know some of y'all will go on Ulta and Sephora for your girl and you'll try to get her some makeup and it might not be her shade, and then she comes out looking like Casper. So the thing is, give me a Ulta Beauty gift card or a Sephora gift card. That I can
Yeah.
do justice with that right there. I can find my own shade. I know my shade.
Right.
I don't want to look like Casper for Christmas. That's Halloween. So that would be perfect right there. All
Absolutely.
right.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Because like you said, like your brother, maybe he don't even really have a pair of shoes he's looking for right now, but then he sees a nice hoodie he likes in there. But you got him the gift card, so now you get the hoodie to match his shoes he already has. So
Mm.
and I definitely agree about that makeup stuff because I go in there and that's foreign territory for me. So I'd rather just get the gift card and then hey, here you go. You go crazy. You do what you want. I'm here for you, but you like you said, you know your shade. I don't know.
And that's just a few tips that can help you, for my fellas out there, because I know I've seen it happen in the worst case scenario. Like guys will be in there and they'll ask another woman in there, like, what should I do? My girl needs this. What should I do? And it's just like, okay, what is her shade? They don't know exactly the shade. So when asking your boyfriend to go to Sephora for you and he doesn't even know your shade or what type of color or highlighter, any of that. So
Right.
take that in consideration. I always take in consideration what the person wants. Like my mom, she seen this jacket that she wanted online. And she said, oh my God, I should have got it. I said, you should have got it when it was on sale. Because I always try to catch the sale. Me and my cousin was just texting
Right.
uh Saturday, I want to say, and we were talking about Bath and Body Works, how they had their 9.95 candle sale going on. And I said, girl, are you going? She said, girl, I've already got my stuff. I spent this much in the store. So always go out and catch those deals. And that's my tips when it comes to holiday shopping.
Yeah.
And Amiri said something early in the beginning of the show, which is, I don't want to be in the lines. And I know a lot of people do not want to be in those lines, especially Black Friday.
Mm.
Now,
I
I've
don't go
seen
out.
videos, I've seen videos of people literally, you would think it's WWE inside the store. Like these people are literally wrestling and fighting over TVs. Like it's not worth it. Shop online.
No, I literally, I purposely choose. I treat what I do on Black Friday is I start prepping for doing Christmas stuff around the house. I don't leave the house on Black Friday because I used to work at Best Buy for so many years. I'm gonna tell you right now, like the last time I worked there, because they keep extending to open early. Everybody wants to be the earliest opening place and everything. So now they're opening on Thanksgiving. It ain't even Black Friday no more because you open on Thursday. You know. And I remember the last time I worked there, and I told myself I would never work doing this again. I went there. I had to leave my parents, drive back from Raleigh to Wilmington. I had to be at work at 11 o'clock that night. I worked from 11 to 7 in the morning, and then I left, went home, had to come back at 4 and close that Black Friday as well. So they gave us, it was like either you worked a full straight like 12-hour shift or they like split it. And you didn't get to choose. They got to choose on you. So I got the split thing. And I just was like, because when I left at 7 in the morning, I was like, I don't want to come back. I was like, and they were like, well, you got to be back here at 4. And I'm just like, I was like, man, I'm never doing this again and everything. So like, I'm turned off on Black Friday. I don't like to go. I don't care. If anything, I'll do Cyber Monday online order or something. But I'm not one to go shopping. And even the other day when we went out to buy Christmas decorations and stuff, Target and Walmart, everything was packed. Everything is packed. So no matter what, it's gonna be like that for the next thing. The only thing I say now about early Christmas shopping is if there's things you know you specifically need to get for your family or friends or whatever like that, to do it now, because if you wait, because I've been known to procrastinate to the very last minute, you ain't gonna have it. It ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're trying to figure out another gift and everything, because you can order it, but by the time it comes in, it's gonna come in on the 26th or the 27th. You know, so
Right after Christmas.
right
Right.
and stuff. So then you might as well just get a gift card. Going back to that, get a gift card.
Right. And the thing about ordering online is the shipping. That's an excellent point because you have to wait till the day after. You might receive that package on the day after Christmas. I know I ordered something for my mom. Like she said, she wanted a jacket. She wanted a leather jacket. And it's a beautiful leather jacket. It came in pink and everything. And I kind of had to put a few choice words in that email to the company that I ordered the jacket from. I
Oh,
said, why isn't it here? It should have been here. It should be here tomorrow. But I
right.
had to put a few choice words. My mama said, Lord, child, I hope you didn't curse people. I said, no, I didn't.
Yeah, no, man.
So,
So, like I did that one year when I was like, I think like 19 or 20 years old. I was working for a holiday delivery with UPS. And man, the amount of packages that come through during the holidays it's a lot. So I can see like things getting mixed up or delayed, but it sucks because like you said, like I know if I'm gonna order something, then I might as well just order to make sure it's coming in the next day. Like I just wanted to come in the next day.
right,
I don't wanna sit here. I'll pay the extra $20 to know that I'm gonna get it in the next day or two, than to sit here and they say, oh, it's gonna be 5 to 7, business days, and that 5 to 7 turn to 10 business days. And you were expecting, oh, to be here on the 23rd, and it don't show up on the 23rd. So I definitely I'm weird about the ordering online around the holidays. It just makes me weird. Like if I was to order something, I gotta order it this week. And like I said, and if I order it this week, I need to make sure it's coming in the next 2 days. Because if it don't, because then if it's like 5 6 days after a 2 day order, I want my money back. That's what I want. I want my money,
right.
and I want my what I ordered too. So
And that's good advice to anybody who is shopping online during the Christmas holidays. Make sure that you get your items, or you'll be like me. I literally had to go and send an email with a few choice words in there, if you know what I mean. And I said, I want my item for my mother. I want it before Christmas. So the last person that I got to get something for is my newborn nephew. So I know babies, when they're celebrating their first Christmas, I know I have a few gifts in mind that I'm going to get him. Maybe like some of those Fisher Price, Leapfrog, something that he can learn, those little
right,
things.
right,
But I'd rather go in Walmart and pick it out. I'd rather not, do it online because I know I said, oh God, the shipping is going to be backed up. And I ordered something online and it says the UPS is sending it. So I said, oh boy. So we're going to be waiting. We're going to be waiting till they get the package at their station. So it's going to be backed up for a couple of days if you guys are shopping online. Just be mindful of that. But you hopefully will get your item. I've had things be delayed, but I've gotten my item. So.
right.
All right, fashion dolls, we talked all things holidays. Now, the last part of the show, fashion dolls. Amiri, what is next for you in the future of 24? You have so many projects coming out that you're working on. What else can we expect from you in the year of 2024?
Um, I just recently actually got my my business license for my own production company. So a lot more of the films that I do push out in the future, if it's behind me, like as far as me writing, directing, everything, it'll be coming out through Mellow Mood. It's Mellow Mood Incorporated, but I'm gonna probably have it branched out with an LLC for like Mellow Dreams Media for music and stuff like that. But as of right now, like the next few films, like this Christmas film will probably be the first one through that outlet. I might still be in partners with BR Films. I'm always gonna work with these guys because we've started from the beginning together. And shout out to all of them, Marquand, Eric, Matt. They're right now in Raleigh working on a film called The One That Got Away. It looks really good from what I'm seeing. I think they're on like day 3 or day 4 of shooting right now. And we always said we were always gonna like do what we need to do, and if we have to split and come back together, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're coming back with new knowledge, new information, and new like sources of income and stuff. So definitely gonna work with them again. I've been putting these films out through there. Like I said, the Christmas film, the lineup, that Dope Boy Magic series, and possibly even the part 2 will probably be later. Like the part 2 might be filmed like later in 2024. The Mr. Goodnight film that I want to get going. And I mean, I got a list of other stuff, man. I just like I said, I try not to like, if I start saying it, then I start thinking about it, and I'll be like, well, maybe I should work on that one when I know like right at hand right now is like, okay, let's get this Christmas movie done. So
Right.
I'm definitely just focusing on that right now and everything. But I think 2024 for me is just going to be, the word I keep thinking about is consistency. you know, staying consistent on the path of doing what I need to do, and shift more where this is completely my main source of income and career. You know,
Yes.
I don't, bartending for so many years. I love it. I love my friends. If everybody comes see me and stuff, but I'm really thinking about longevity, and maybe one day I can be blessed to own a bar, which would be fun, what I'm saying, and let people run it and stuff, but I just have a place to call my own. But as of right now, I'm really trying to take ownership of being a part of this industry, and actually, making a name for myself where I can like steadily grow as an artist, as a creative, and just, go from there and everything. So 2024 is going to be another busy year, just like this one. Hopefully, I mean, I hope it's twice as busy as this year. And I mean, it was busy this year, but I'm hoping I'm doing twice as much work.
All right, Fashion Dolls, make sure you guys stay tuned and follow Amiri Thompson. And make sure you guys also go and check out The Christmas Spirit, which is out right now, features Joshua T. Shipman. Make sure you guys go and check that out. It is a great film, and it is perfect for the Christmas holidays. If you guys like family, faith-based Christmas films, I know I do. I love Christmas Vacation, and I love so many others. Home Alone, of course. So make sure you guys go and check that out. It's on Tubi. It is on all platforms. Do we have any questions for Amiri? And Amiri, are there any gems that you would like to impart for people taking them into the new year of 2024? Because this is not going to be the last time you're going to be here. I'm going to bring you back on for the new season.
Yeah.
So,
Um, I would probably say always keep pushing yourself. Never doubt yourself. When you feel you're in doubt, you know, we all can be in dark spaces. You know what I'm saying? And then it gets rough out here, but definitely never give up on what the goal is. Stay consistent. Um, and then on a side note of that, that's a big thing for me. On another side note of that, going into the new year, man, be mindful of who you keep in your circles. Because the people you have in the room with you do define who you are as well. They are a mirror reflection of who you are. And if you're around people who aren't doing much for themselves, then it's only going to just hinder you and hold you back, you know, because, and I mean, it's not on purpose. It's just because that's the energy that's lying in the room. So it's just like, not saying don't not be friends with people, but you know what I'm saying? Like, just, is this helping you or hurting you? And
exactly.
started to asking myself like certain thing, going out and hanging out and all this stuff. And it's like, that's fun, but you could be working, you know what I'm saying? So then I start asking myself, well, what are we celebrating right now? If I'm out hanging out with friends and stuff, like, what am I celebrating? Because if I haven't accomplished anything, if I haven't finished my script, if I haven't finished another film, then I don't really see a reason for celebrating. Sure, we need breaks every now and then. We all need breaks. Everyone is deserving of a break to themselves, because I mean, this is life. Life be life, and we need time for ourselves. We need peace and everything like that. But at a point, it comes across where, is that really helping you if you're just sitting back and just like letting time go by? Because only thing worse than wasting money is wasting time, because time is money in a sense, because you could be doing a lot more. And I say this, I'm not preaching out to anybody. I'm preaching this to myself more so than anything. But definitely, like I said, stay consistent, but be mindful of the circles to excel in life, and just, be humble, and spread love. You know what I'm saying? Spread love to people, because, we all need it. We don't know where people's stories come from. You know,
Yes.
everyone struggles and stuff, but we gotta have a respect for people, man, because it's, life is short. Even though, life can, some people live to be 90, some people live to be 9. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take that into heart, and be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody around, like, these holidays, I take it very serious. Because, like I said, with my son, I'm very thankful for having him, but we don't have much. I mean, like, when I say I don't have much, I don't get to call my mother or my father on Christmas and say Merry Christmas anymore. So I tell people, you got these grudges, let them go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you be mad. You know what I'm saying? You can, but when you really think about it, at the very end, and that's over with, you ain't gonna be able to go back and wish you could apologize and say all these things that you want to say. So during these times, if you are, people out there who are listening to this, if you are having some things going on with your brother, your siblings, family, even close friends, relationships, whatever like that, man, let it go. Let it go. Because I promise you, you're gonna feel a whole lot better. They're gonna feel a whole lot better. And you just understand, man, it's just like, it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is bigger than what you have in your front yard of your house. Like, the world is bigger. There are other things
Yeah.
that are way more pressing matters. Just that's that on my heart. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that, like, just definitely let go of grudges. Stay consistent, let go of grudges, watch your circles.
And you talked about the final thought of the day. You talked about legacy and longevity as well too. When you were talking about, what's in store for 2024, and also going into bartending. The final thought of the day ties into what Amiri just said. Fashion Dolls. I don't know if he's psychic. He's over here reading my cards or what, but today's final thought comes from Dolly Parton. And this is what she said. She said, being a star just means that you just find your own special place and that you shine where you are from. And
Mm,
that comes from Dolly Parton.
I love her.
Being a star, to me, being a star is going into it with confidence. And like Amiri just said, making sure that you are aware who's within your circle. Like K Toops that just came in here, I'm thankful to have him in my circle because throughout the whole entire journey of this platform, he's been mentoring me, telling me little points and tips. It's good and helpful to have people who help you in this business. So make sure that you keep people like that around. And keep a close eye out. The ones who don't deserve to be in your circle should not be there. So let them go. As Amiri said, just keep an eye out and be mindful and stay humble. Don't lose yourself in this business because
Right.
just as fast as you gained all the success, you can
Gone.
lose it in an instant. Trust me, I know this all from experience. Everybody thinks, oh, well, she's so glamorous, she's so beautiful. I almost lost this platform. Believe it or not, I almost lost this talk show. But the reason why is because I've learned to humble myself throughout the years. When I first started, I started right after high school. Now seeing 30 is just like ding, a light bulb has went off. So now that I'm 30 years old, I can't do the same things that I was doing when I was 20, when I was in my teens, because
Right.
that's when I kind of started the platform just coming on. I was very cocky, very arrogant. I didn't want to hear what other people said. I wasn't open, but you have to be open to and acceptive to people who are willing to help. So that goes along with that.
That was great. Absolutely, I agree.
Yes. All right, Fashion Dolls. Amiri, let everyone know where they can follow you. K2 says, you're welcome, brother. Anytime, always.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Amir AMIRNC. That's the same as my Snapchat. I don't really TikTok. I got a TikTok, but I don't really be TikTok, and I don't know. I feel old. I don't know when it comes to that. I don't TikTok, but
I don't have one either.
yeah. But I mean, I got Facebook as well. Amiri Thompson. You can find me up there. I'm constantly up there posting inspiring things, man. I'm a very positive individual, man. Or I
Yeah.
post funny stuff. So, it's funny stuff and all of that. The films, like you were stating, like, we got a lot of films that I've already have accomplished that are out, that are on Amazon, Tubi. You got Take Me to Amazing, the Love app, um, got me twisted up. Good God, Dope Boy Magic, The Christmas Spirit, The Beehive is coming out, Three Secrets is coming out, Bunny and Clive is coming out. Um, I mean, if you IMDb me, I don't want to say Google me, but if you IMDb me, you'll see the list of what's been out already and everything.
Monogamish. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Monogamy. Yes, I was about to say. I know there was another one. Yeah, good God, I still get people. Some people come to me like I go make my car payments, and the people at the office there, they watched like all my movies, so they had watched Monogamous, man. And she was just like, "I'm so mad at you," right? And I thought I did something wrong with like being late on a payment or something. I was like, "What? What?" She was like, "Why you do that woman like?" I was just like, "Oh," but then I was like, "Well, if I'm getting those reactions from people, I'm doing the right thing." So definitely check Monogamous out too. Great film. I'm gonna stay consistent. Like I said, that was my key thing is keep giving y'all something and something different. Oh, and I did actually a horror film not too long ago called oh good God, he's gonna be mad because I'm having a brain fart. A Lone Way Home. A Lone Way Home. And I am actually the killer in that. So I was like, it's as crazy as that sounds. I always like to go for different stuff and stay diverse. I don't ever like want to just be the cheating, no good husband or just a gullible, goofy guy or the strict, hard nosed, crooked cop or whatever. I like doing that because I don't know what God has in store for me in the future. And when you get up to that level, people do stereotype you for certain roles, but I want to do enough stuff where they write it where, well, he fits perfectly because we wanted him, not because he looks like that. People write roles for Denzel and Leo DiCaprio and stuff
Right.
because they want that actor. You know what I'm saying? They know he's capable of doing it. They just want to make sure it's him. Whereas you could be like, oh, well, I want to. Oh, you're talking about Home Alone. I want a Joe Pesci type guy. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like talking funny casino style and everything. So I definitely want to stay well-rounded and versatile and stuff.
And real quick before we wrap up, I had that same conversation just last week with actor Robert Parham,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about range and how black actors get typecasted for certain roles,
Right.
and how he said something that was very, very important, and that is you have to be willing to step outside of the norm. People know you for one specific role. I said Leslie Jones was one of my favorite comics. I love Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
But one thing she said also as well too is that they always typecast her as the loudmouth, funny best friend. And she said, I'm more than just that.
Right.
Marlon Wayans was another one too, and I met Marlon Wayans back in 2012 at
Yeah.
the hair show,
Wow.
and completely opposite of his characters that he plays. But knowing that time, I said I knew something was greater coming for him because we seen him alongside Jennifer Hudson in
Yes.
Respect,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
this was we typically know him for the Wayans brothers and Living Color shows like that we grew up
Right.
on.
Right.
And to see him as this type of character,
I loved it.
you want to get that type of reaction from people
Yeah.
because it shows that you have range.
Absolutely. You see him in the Bel Air series?
Oh yes,
Yes, like he played. I was not expecting to see him, and when he came in there and the way he was, that scene between him and the young Will, the guy who plays Will. I was feeling that. I was like, man, these guys are acting, like they like. I love that. I love that for like you said, like typecast, especially comedians. Comedians get it the hardest because that's all you always expecting. Hey, make me laugh, make me laugh, make me laugh, and it's just like I'm sure this person don't always want to just be making somebody laugh, you know what I'm saying? And I love Adam Sandler. I like how he's been switching off, doing a lot more. He does serious
yeah,
a lot of the time too, and like it's just like you said, shows the range beyond just being that funny person. I want to be looked at in all aspects. Yes, I have a great sense of humor. I love laughing all the time, but I don't want to do a bunch of comedy films because I also want to do films that will pull at your heartstrings and make you cry. I want to do films that make you feel uneasy and scared. I want to make you do films that like inspire you and make you want to grow. You know what I'm saying? Because these are all the same things that I feel every day. I feel scared. I feel inspired. I feel loved. I feel, all these different emotions as well. And if I have all these different feelings, I want to do projects where I want somebody to feel that same feeling.
right. And you want it to resonate with the audience as well too, where it's just like, ooh, like you said when you went to go pay your car payment, and
Mm-hmm.
those women walked up to you and said, I do not like you. You
Yeah.
want that type of reaction from people because they can resonate it with in some sort of way from watching the project because they know someone who's experienced something like that, or they themselves have experienced it. And it's
Absolutely.
a trigger point for them. And it makes you kind of think, like, why is this character the way they are?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All right, fashion dolls. And that concludes our great show today with Amiri Thompson. Always a pleasure having you here for your second interview. The third one is coming soon because I'm going to bring you back for my 18th season.
Bring me back.
And I'm
Yeah.
excited.
I
Yes.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me to be on here again. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone, tuning in and stuff like that. I thank you so much. And congratulations on your 18th season coming in.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Amiri Thompson, and tomorrow, an all new episode of Tete a Tete. So make sure you guys tune in with me and my co host Manny tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And I will see you tomorrow, Fashion Dolls. Be sure also to head on over and subscribe to Style by Stevie Daytime. Hit that bell so you'll be notified when new interviews will be uploaded. This will be interview 534. We have been going all throughout this month and all the way last month as well to November, December. So we're going to keep it going. 12 days of Miss Stevie's Christmas. So make sure you guys stay tuned here. I love you all, and you guys take care.
I'm going.
You too.